Fuck is up, gamers? It's your boy the Goods. We are here for episode number 29 of fucking The Great Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we did shit at Madame Tuspel's, and now we are here in Enoch Drebber's workshop. So let's pan down and see what this place looks like. That looks like...
Oh, it's another super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine! Indeed, it would appear so. Though only a prototype, naturally. Oh, so you got it then. Gina, well done for finding this place. And in such little time, you really worked miracles. It's Toby who's the miracle worker.
I thought you lot was sharp before long.
Hello, Inspector. That's one knitted brow. He looks like he's eating a lemon, not a bag of fish and chips.
So, Inspector, is there any sign of the engineer?
Sadly not. We didn't find a soul in here.
Oh, what a shame.
Well, thank you for letting us know about this place and giving us the chance to investigate.
According to what Gina tells me, we only found it thanks to a clue that you lot turned up. I wouldn't want to say go to Paris with a debt of gratitude unpaid now, would I?
Thank you.
Anyway, if you're open snoop around in here, I'd get cracking. Lord Van Zeek's forensic investigation team are on their way here as we speak.
Them again.
I imagine you've got the picture by now. They don't take too kindly to lawyer types.
Right.
So then, my dear fellow, let's turn this place upside down whilst we have the chance.
And you, Sholmes.
Pardon?
I take even less kindly to great detectives than they do lawyers.
Ha 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 ha! Very droll, Gregson, very droll.
I had like foot. I got a little blister on my foot. I had a blister. And the foot skin, like the blister popped. And that shit is so dry. I don't like it. I don't like that the dead skin like attaches itself. Like it's just attached to the alive skin. It doesn't just like fall off. You know what I mean? So I've just got like fucking craggly ass fucking dry foot skin.
But you may consider me to be nothing more than an inconspicuous waxwork model.
I'm also cold as shit and I changed shirts. Alright then, let's see what we can find in here. It's the same day as the previous recording. So, examine the machine. And Susato points out that we cannot investigate it. Fucking awesome. So it's covered. There'd be serious repercussions if you touch it. Okay. Meanwhile, Sholmes doesn't give a fuck. No, neither does Gina. Shit. I don't like having the fucking just foot skins, bro. I don't like that shit. Like it's so fucking gross feeling.
It's quite hollow inside. No working parts or devices of deception to be seen, my dear fellow. No loose chains dropped on the floor, nothing. Not even a bone for Toby here, my dear fella. British people are very much ruled by their own ideals, aren't they?
I think that's just these two, Miss Susato. Okay, so examine the trophy.
Ah, this appears to be a most interesting. Yes, most interesting indeed, wouldn't you say?
It's an impressive looking back massager, that's for sure. I have no doubt that if you hit your shoulders a few times with that, your aches and pains would go away soon.
It's a Royal Society trophy for excellence in science. A young scientist could wish for no higher honour. Ah. Would you like a massage?
No, I'm fine, thank you. I had no idea it was such a grand thing.
I think it's becoming increasingly clear that there's much more to this Mr. Enoch Drebber than conjuring tricks. I couldn't agree more, my dear madam. And how about you, Mr. Norohodo? Would you like to take it with you? For your tired shoulders, of course.
He's not going to let that go, is he?
It's curious, though, isn't it? You would expect such an important trophy to be proudly on display somewhere, not haphazardly cast aside. English gentlemen can be quite a mystery at times.
What is that just doing laying out? Let us examine the door. That door doesn't want to open.
Yeah, it looks looks like it's got a pretty hefty lock on it.
There's a specialist locksmith on his way from over the yard, so hands off till he gets here.
With permission, Inspector, I could have that lock open in less than a minute.
Well, you don't have permission, and no one's giving it to you.
Gregson looks as though he really enjoyed that.
Well, there's no sound of anybody on the other side.
No, Drebber must have fled at the first sign of danger. Yeah, probably when fucking Toby was like, "Arf, arf," and Gina's like, "Oh,
Find him! I found the bloody lot!
this is its European-style quiver of arrows with steel bolts inside."
Oh, do you suppose...
Crossbow bolts, these, and just the right size for the bow you lot turned up at the exhibition grounds.
In other words,
Yup, that's more evidence to support your theory. It all goes to show that Drebber was the one pulling the strings behind the scenes of the whole scam.
I guess Gregson's our fucking guy now. That's cool. Oh shit!
Oh,
Is something wrong with Susato?
well, I thought I heard a noise from the far side of that door. Well, Gina, do you hear it too? Yeah, I didn't know. What do you reckon, Toby?
Right, mine of grease. Whoever's in there, open up! This is Scotland Yard!
Oh my, someone is in there!
Ah! This rotten bleeding lock!
My dear Gregson, as I said only minutes ago, if only it were countenanced, I could unlock that door in less than a minute.
Fine, I'll take the rap for it. Just get us through that blasted...
There! You may enter at will.
You've confused minutes with seconds, I think.
Time is of the essence, I feel. What are we waiting for?
Nothing for it, I suppose. This is an emergency.
There's a strong possibility that beyond that door is the engineer you all seek. Be prepared for action, my dear fellow!
Yes! Let's get him. Let's go. What's happened in here? Why is everything upside down?
Rats! There's no one in there after all. But there must be. It was only moments ago that we heard those noises.
Maybe that was the sound of Drebber running away.
But there's only one door into this room. And no windows that can afford an escape route. The skylights are too high.
What's that up there? Are they footprints on the ceiling?
Blimey! What have we in it?
Hello?
Looks like someone was trying to burn something in a hurry.
Oh, that looks like a set of blueprints.
To what?
That Professor Outbrain's blimey machine, is it? Blimey! If we had these, there'd have been no need on a muck about investigating that scrap metal.
There is something of great interest here too. This rope is lying on the floor at the foot of that pillar.
A rope? What's significant about that?
Never mind. You see, but you do not observe, Mr. Naruhodo. We must investigate the entire room thoroughly, and before the forensic investigation team arrive too.
Y'all investigate the fucking bomb! Mr. Sholmes, have you found something?
Ah, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, in point of fact, something rather fascinating. What do you make of this?
Let's see. I've never seen anything like it before. Looks like a bundle of thick
Ah!
Mr. Zato, what's the matter?
Surely that's a time bomb, isn't it?
What did you say?
A time bomb?
I'm sorry, but what is a time bomb exactly?
You truly are one of a kind, Mr. Naruhodo.
I won't take that as a compliment.
You don't know nothing, do you, Odo?
You haven't got a clue of what it is either, do you, Gina?
I invite you to consult a dictionary later, Mr. Naruhodo. But this particular specimen is no time bomb, though I confess it has a very similar appearance. Oh, well, thank goodness, but then what is it? I see. So that's it. Goodness, Mr. Sholmes, have you seen to the heart of the matter?
There are times when I consider my lot most unfair, for I'm fated never to know how it feels to flounder as you do when a puzzle presents itself. But I have learnt to accept the hardships that come with being a great detective, Mrs. Otto. There we go. I feel a great deduction going on. Once again, I can draw two conclusions from the scene we see before us. The first is that the invented nature of the furniture in this room is the work of Mr. Drebber himself.
Oh, but how could you...
And the second conclusion is that the small device on the floor is without question completely genuine.
Please, Mr. Sholmes, you must explain everything.
It would be a pleasure. After all, it is a great detective's civic duty to teach Scotland Yard the finer points of the trade. Jesus, fucking amazing. Well, Inspector Gregson seems delighted with the idea anyways. Ha 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 ha!
Oh, you deflected the inspector's glare with such fortitude. There, Mr. Sholmes, well done.
Okay. Kindly stand just there, Mrs. Otto.
Oh, yes, I'd be delighted.
So, shall we begin? Once again, Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Alright, my least favorite part of the game. Here we go. The game is afoot. Conclusion. Topic 1, flipped furniture. It's plain to see that this room is in complete disarray. The bed, the table and chairs, the lamp, everything is upside down. Almost as if every item in the room had until recently been happily positioned on the ceiling, before falling straight down onto the floor.
Every item in the room was on the ceiling. Are you suggesting that...
Indeed. The key here is gravity. It would appear that technology has at last succeeded in freeing us from the great pull of the earth. But the gravity in this room was reversed and then suddenly restored to normality.
Goodness!
The inverted furniture clearly reveals the truth about the part gravity played in this whole business. I quite understand your skepticism, Mrs. Otto. I too was incredulous at first. However, my conviction in my analysis was cemented when I observed this. An anti-gravity device, almost identical to one that featured in a dream of mine the other day, in fact.
But then why does it have a clock on it?
A most relevant question indeed. That is a timing device that controls when the gravity direction will switch. There was clearly a requirement for the engineer to be able to restore normal gravity automatically. And the commotion we heard earlier from the other side of the floor was the moment that restoration occurred. Yes, the reason why everything here has been turned upside down is because of the anti-gravity device. So you see, we need look no further to explain the state in which we now find this room. The direction in which gravity acts here was reversed by Mr. Drebber, before being restored to normality in an automatic fashion sometime later by the timer device. I witnessed precisely this scene in a dream I once had when I fell out of bed. That's fucking insane. Topic 2, missing engineer. Now, let us consider the next conundrum. What was our engineer friend's aim? Indubitably, the greatest clue we have to explain his actions is above our heads.
Yes, how is it possible there are footprints all the way up there in the ceiling?
A question whose answer will lead us neatly to the truth, my dear madam. The reason there are footprints on the ceiling is because of the nearby skylight. Of course, Drebber's aim was singular, to escape. However, there is but one way into this room, except in the skylight, that is... By inverting the gravity here, Drebber was able to fall conveniently to the ceiling and make his escape via the otherwise inaccessible skylight, leaving those footprints behind on the way.
But the ceiling in here is very high, Mr. Sholmes. If the gravity reversal was sudden, wouldn't Mr. Drebber have fallen towards the ceiling rather violently? Falling up is both scientifically and philosophically a rather interesting concept, I feel. But the man was cornered with nowhere to run, so escape through the skylight was his only option. You may recall I found this in the other room earlier, which I believe offers a solution. Oh, the rope! To reach the intended destination, what better tool than this rope? By anchoring one end to the wall, the man was able to lower himself safely to the ceiling. Which explains how Drebber was able to escape this room before our arrival. He reversed the pull of gravity and fled via the skylight. And personally, I should very much like to reverse the pull of gravity again now just for fun.
So yeah, none of that made any fucking sense at all. But whatever, man.
Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction. Topsy-turvy puzzle.
Well, it's a bunch of bullshit, but okay. But yeah, she doesn't even give a shit. She's completely spellbound. Mr. Sholmes, you're full of shit.
I would expect nothing less. You're destined to be troubled by just one thing for the rest of your life.
The thing is such a thing actually possible? An anti-gravity device, I mean.
I would say that with this man's current scientific knowledge at the turn of the 20th century, it's no more possible than instantaneous kinesis.
But your whole deduction hinges on it.
Ah, but my dear fellow, when you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth.
However improbable it may seem.
It's a marvelous line, wouldn't you agree?
Wait, what did he just say? When you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth? That's what fucking Godot says.
I and Iris come up with the exact phrasing. My original was clumsy.
Yes, I have a feeling I've read it in something that Miss Susato
Objection! Objection!
It doesn't sound like that.
Actually, there is one other thing, Mr. Sholmes.
The spell's broken at last.
The rope you found was on the floor, wasn't it? Indeed it was, in lonely coils near the wall. But if Mr. Drebber used it to escape in the way you described, wouldn't it still be tied to the wall? Mysteries inevitably unravel in the end, as I think you'll find. To ropes. And as evidence of such, you need only look at the mystery we face in this room, now skillfully unraveled.
Your argument is as circular as the coils of rope.
I think perhaps we might need to give Mr. Sholmes the usual little helping hand. I'm sure with some minor corrections, the great detective's great deduction will still lead us to the truth.
Yeah, you're right. And we must do it quickly before Enoch Drebber gets too far away. Yeah, why isn't somebody chasing him? Why there's 5 of us and nobody can go get him? Okay, so... Oh, my fucking gums hurt for some reason. Alright, so...
I think gravity could have been reversed in this very room. I find the whole idea utterly enthralling. Only Mr. Sholmes could conceive of such an explanation.
But the man himself admitted it was a scientific impossibility, so...
Yes, you're quite right. We must completely discount the idea at once.
Okay, so... let's go ahead and skip that. We know what we need to do. We need to find... the upright face. Well, I wasn't expecting to find a pretty bunch of flowers in here, that's for sure.
Ah, look at that!
I know, it's looks like about to topple any moment, but the flowers are thriving. Somehow it makes you think of the fragility of life, wouldn't you say?
To be honest, Mr. Naruhodo, something else about it made a rather deep impression on me.
Oh, we presented.
Take that!
Take that! Oh, yeah. The upright face clearly reveals the truth about the part gravity played in the whole business.
Upon my word, Mr. Naruhodo, you've surpassed yourself by completely turning my argument on its head. Trying to impress your assistant here, perhaps?
No one's trying to steal your spotlight here, Mr. Sholmes. Trust me.
As you rightly say, though it appears at first glance that all the furniture in this room's upside down, this unassuming slender vase is standing keenly upright. And unlike this large safe, there's nothing affixing it to the floor.
And it's the exception that breaks the rule.
In short, as much as it pains me, the gravity in this room was never inverted at all.
My deepest sympathies.
Oh, poor Mr. Sholmes. But the show must go on, so let us continue with our deductions.
Okay, so someone deliberately turned over every piece of furniture. But why would they do that? He's absolutely determined this device must have something to do with it, isn't he?
I'm afraid the lure of an exciting scientific explanation is too strong.
Well, there's no doubt that somebody did this. Somebody turned all this furniture over. So whoever it was must have had a reason.
I'm afraid nothing comes to mind at all.
Let's look around and see if the answer presents itself. Safe. What a weird fucking spot to put that shit. Look, there's something written on the underside of this armchair.
Oh yes, safe 432582.
Safe? Isn't safe and secure?
Isn't secure lockable box, I think.
Admittedly, more likely.
Well, there is a large safe bolted to the floor on the other side of the room, so yes.
So you mean this number would let us open it?
I wonder why it's written here, though.
Alright, well, let's
Take that!
Safe combination. Yes, the reason why everything in here has been turned upside down is because of the safe combination.
Precisely. I believe, Mr. Naruhodo, that you had a very similar experience once, did you not?
Yes, last year, when I bought a lottery ticket and noted the ticket number down on the inside cover of a book just in case.
That's it. For people who are forgetful souls at heart and always make a written note of important information. Just keeping the ticket itself safe would be more sensible, I think. And what pray happened next, Mr. Naruhodo?
When the day of the draw came around, I'd forgotten which book I'd written the number in and had to turn my room upside down to find it.
That's it. For people are forgetful souls at heart and always forget where they've noted things down. Not if you always note things in the same place.
I actually won the second prize, you know? But I couldn't remember which magazine I'd slipped the ticket into, so I had to turn my room.
Thank you, Mr. Naruhodo, but I believe I've proved my point now. Which is that a very similar scenario is clearly unfolded in this room.
Finding himself requiring access to the safe, the occupant of this room needed the combination code. He remembered that he'd written it on the underside of a piece of furniture, but forgot which one.
Leading to the state in which we now find the room.
Okay. So, he wanted to open the safe. Alright. Solved. Leaning forward.
Now, let us consider the next conundrum.
Right, which we already did this part. So we need to get to the part that we investigate. There we go. Okay, so how did the footprints get there? So apparently, those are footprints. We need to present.
Take that!
The reason there are footprints on the ceiling is because of the nearby shoe.
And on closer inspection, there are clearly footprints all over the balloon as well. In other words, the aim was never the skylight at all, but the balloon.
Oh, he was throwing the shoe.
But for what purpose? A green balloon? That seems somewhat familiar data.
Ah!
There was a piece of a green balloon's envelope that Mr. Naruhodo and Iris had at the scene.
And inside the green balloon that Master Gotch claimed he saw above the stage when the incident occurred. was the second birdcage, the crux of the whole instantaneous kinesis deception.
You mean to say...
If you assume the balloon in here is a model of the one used on the day, there's a strong possibility that something may be concealed inside it.
Something or abscondo is desperate to retrieve before making a hasty getaway.
But the balloon's out of reach.
Hence why he resorted to a projectile, namely the shoe.
Ah,
Most probably, Trevor intended to tear a hole in the envelope by assailing it with the shoe. However, his efforts were thwarted when the shoe itself became a prisoner of those lofty heights. Oh dear, we desperately need to examine the balloon. If only there were some way we could see inside. You may recall I found this in the room earlier, which I believe offers a solution. Oh, the rope! To reach the intended destination, what better tool than this rope?
okay. So... we need a better way, and we already have one. It's the crossbow.
Take that!
To reach the intended destination, what better tool than this crossbow?
That was found at the scene, in fact.
And in all likelihood belongs to Mr. Drebber.
If the man had only brought it away with him that day, he could have avoided losing a shoe at such a critical time as this.
So we need to...
What is it that Enoch Drebber is hidden inside that balloon?
Bam.
Ah!
What the? A waxwork?
Indeed it is! A waxwork head inside a metal mask. A mask that is shut tight and fastened with a strong and impenetrable lock.
So we can't see the face inside, that means.
Just a moment. This is the head of a waxwork model? Does that mean... Oh, goodness! I see you've joined the dance, Miss Otto. Excellent.
Ah, of course, a headless waxwork model. The case of the abducted Madame Tuspel's model that you've largely solved. It was only the head of the killer that was still missing.
Indeed it was. But I believe Madame Tuspel's will now have to settle her sizable account with me. This, as you've now surmised, is the head of the infamous professor.
Yes.
But why is it here? This conclusively confirms my suspicions. The man responsible for stealing the professor from Madame Tuspel's and returning it Sonstadt earlier today was none other than Enoch Drebber.
This is incredible. Professor Hairbrain's case and the waxwork abduction, they're inextricably linked by Enoch Drebber's workshop.
Well, it appears our logical pleasure cruise has come to an end, my dear fellows. All that remains is, yes, to speak with the architect of this adventure. The architect?
You mean Mr. Drebber?
As it seems quite impossible he escaped via one of the skylights, obviously the man must still be here in the room. What? And his location should be abundantly clear. If you simply reflect on the journey we've made together during this deduction.
Enoch Drebber is right here, somewhere in this room?
Say, Mr. Norohodo, will you do the honors?
Yeah, of course. Mr. Drebber's hiding place must be the... large safe.
Take that!
Before we gained access to this back room, we heard noises from in here.
Which tells us the engineer was still in the building at that point in time.
He was in fact searching for the combination to his safe.
And pressed for time, made no attempt to right the furniture he'd overturned in the process, from which we can deduce that his search for the combination happened very recently indeed. In summary, Mr. Enoch Drebber is at this very moment inside the safe.
I bet he's sweating right now.
Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this topsy-turvy puzzle.
I bet he's sweating right now, dude. I bet he's terrified. I bet he's scared shitless, dude. He's probably hearing those. Where's the safe?
Oh my god! Don't open the door! I'm not getting in here!
Deduction complete. Elementary.
Say, Mr. Naruhodo,
I know we're like right at 30 minutes, but we're getting there.
I think perhaps it's time we ended this game of hide and seek, don't you?
Actually, you know what? I think I'll end the episode here. Thank you so much for watching. In the next episode, we'll meet Enoch Drebber and probably start the next trial. But for now, I'm going to get the fuck up out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.